Good morning, good morning. All right. Look, let me thank all of you who wrote this morning. All right. Look, this is the 16th year. Every year it's getting bigger and bigger. And so next year, I promise you, I shall ride with you. And let's see if we can double the number next year. And then after that, just keep doubling. I was thinking this morning, as I was coming in, can you imagine in the city if that you just look at some bike lanes and you see nothing but people riding their bikes into work? All the way coming in downtown. Every person that's riding a bike, that's one less person on our streets. And we just have to promote it. I know on Tuesday I gave what we call the state of transportation or the state of mobility. And we just can't rely on just cars and trucks to get us from point A to point B to take us to work. We have to just have many different modes of transportation. Bicycling is one. We talked earlier about extending the number of bike lanes, or building out more bike lanes in the city with the goal of getting up to about 800. It's going to cost us a little bit, but in the long term, it will save us a lot more. And so, and riding your bikes to work will really help out. I want to thank Public Works for joining in. I want to thank Planning and Parks and the City of Houston Special Events and all of the partners that participated this morning. But this is something that's important. And this is a great city. And today is a beautiful day, but it only highlights the greatness of this city. And once we can transition from just being a city where people are so gripped to their cars and start getting on bikes or using other forms of transportation, this city will simply be magnificent. And we don't have to follow any other cities. We don't have to be second to New York or second to San Francisco or DC or Atlanta. We can be first, and this is just who we are. We need to get to the point where we get down to Vision Zero. We don't want anybody to lose their lives. We want to build an infrastructure that works and that's safe and that will encourage other people to get on their bikes. And when we do that, it's a win-win. You come to work, you're all juvenated, you'll be ready to work 12, 14, 16 hours a day. That's a good thing. You're just more productive. You feel better. You're healthier, and the environment is much, much better. So the quality of life is enhanced for everybody, and it's one of those things that when people see you riding, it encourages them to want to ride as well. So let's just continue to be dynamic in our lifestyles and who we are, and just lead the way. I want to thank all of you for participating this morning. Certainly all of the departments for participating. I see Janice out here from communications. She's riding her bike, got a helmet on. So look, congratulations. I look forward to being with you next year. Let's make it much, much bigger next year than what it's today. I certainly want to acknowledge Councilmember David Robinson. Councilmember David Robinson rode this morning. And then when we had the bike ride, Tour de Houston. He and I rode shoulder to shoulder. You know, I did the 20 miles. Now, he kept riding. But that was a great deal. And, people want to do it. This is a dynamic city. It's a dynamic city. So let's just live up to who we are. And I look forward to being with you next year. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Ciao. Okay. Now, who am I giving it to? Am I giving it Dale? And I certainly want to thank Bike Houston for what they did. Yeah. The Ride for Silence the other day was just tremendous. So I want to thank Bike Houston for just pushing and leading the way. Thanks on all fronts. I'm not going to read all of the paragraphs. I kind of said what was in here already, but let me just read just a couple. Whereas the League of American Bicyclists has declared the month of May to be National Bike Month for each of the last 60 years. And through today's event, the City of Houston demonstrates that bicycling is a wholesome, environmentally friendly, and economical alternative to the automobile, and encourage people to ride their bicycles during the month of May. And whereas, in celebration for the Bike Month, the City of Houston, Bike Houston, the Mayor's Office of Special Events, the American Diabetes Association, the Greater East End Management District, the Energy Corridor Management District, the Downtown Management District, and the Houston-Galveston Area Council help organize and choose local trails so that Houstonians can experience a Bike to Work Day on May 20th, 2016. Therefore, I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proclaim May 20th, 2016 as Bike to Work Day in Houston, Texas. All right, Dale.